So why did we do a pilot? Where and with whom? Before introducing the CLD tool to Outreach International's 9 international program partner organizations, we wanted to first pilot the tool with some program partner organizations, gain insights and feedback, and then utilize our learnings to further the training and opportunities with other partners. We asked our partners in Zambia, Malawi, and the DRC whether they would be interested in participating in piloting the CLD tool, and they agreed.
Thanks, Cassidy. One of the final questions, and maybe perhaps the most important question we wanted to hear from the Africa teams, is how likely they would be to recommend this tool to other organizations. All 3 teams stated that they are very likely to do so, which in our books is a very good sign. Their recommendation is based on not only the tool's ease of use, its appropriateness, all the things that Cassidy has just spoken about, but it's also much about how they've learned about their respective programs, and they've done so by using this particular tool. But let's hear directly from them. Cassidy, over to you and the Africa teams.
So as we've talked about, the pilot programs that were implemented were led primarily by the team in Zambia, and then also by the program coordinators in Malawi and DR Congo. And so we wanted to hear directly from them, as well as Rose, the mentor of Malawi and Zambia, who was integral in implementing the pilot, to hear more about their reflections on their experience implementing the pilot in each of their countries. So Kapeisha, if you would do us the honor of starting with your reflection.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my reflection on the piloted CLD. Just as Cassidy has pointed out, having piloted the CLD tool, I look at it as a multidisciplinary consultants or assessment platform that would lift our PhD work or performance by identifying and addressing key areas in the dimensions inserted in the tool with corresponding characteristic questions. Now, I want to cite dimension A, that is one of the dimensions in the tool, which talks about participation, inclusion, and voice. I just want to underscore the benefit aspect of using this tool in relation to our work PhD. Now, in case of mainstreaming gender in participation, inclusion, and voice, this is more than women's issue, but it cuts across the board in ensuring a level of equality between women and men in order to stimulate community participation, inclusion, and voice. Now, in absence of this, the CLD tool is here to guide us to change the status quo by instituting the right interventions in our various workplaces. And this can only be done after interpolating the results of the CLD according to our inputs. Thank you very much. I submit my reflection.
Thank you so much. That was very insightful and great at pointing out a lot of the strengths of the tool, and also how it corresponds with PhD and how it can be used to even improve our work going forward. That was really great. Thank you, Kapeisha. So next, I want to pass it to Chrissy, our PC, our program coordinator of the team in Malawi. Chrissy? There we go.
Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my reflection. I would like to share from the very beginning. At first, when I was invited to attend the CLD training too, I never thought it would be this easy. This is because I missed the background of the tool at the very first training, which made everything about the tool difficult to understand. As a result, I had no idea on how useful the tool is. After hearing the background in the second session, I got the interest to know the tool and use it. Also, the fact that the tool was developed by different organization representatives gave me energy to use the tool. So being involved in piloting the tool, also I enhanced my interest to having the tool as one of our resources to be used in evaluating our program as ODP. This is because the tool is simple, it has all required areas to be assessed, and most importantly, I have realized that the content of the CLD tool are almost everything we have in PhD methodology. Therefore, in other ways, the tool will help you to follow if you are really doing participatory human development and also able to identify areas to improve. I'm happy with the assessment results because I've just realized that I'm one of those people facilitating real community-led development and with few areas that needs improvement. I think everyone will like this tool. Thank you.
Great, Chrissy. Yeah, that was really good about ease of use and applicability to our work. So thank you, Chrissy. Next, we have Michelle, who's the program coordinator of the team in DR Congo. Michelle?
Okay, thank you to give me this opportunity. I will try to talk in English, but it can be a little difficult for me. I will try. I would like to do a little reflection on my view on the CLD assessment tool. This tool was a great discovery for me in that I consider it a precision tool associated with our methodology to assess the element of our process quantitatively or not only qualitatively. This tool gave me some sort of indicators to consider, for example, to say what percentage is the level of participation, inclusion in the process of marginalized people, and at what level they are given a voice in everything they must do for the development of their community. Briefly, it is a complementary tool that will allow us to have a clear idea on what we are doing perfectly and what we are not doing very well, on which we must focus for improvement. For my part, I was convinced that our methodology needs other complementary tools from other partner organizations in order for it to be perfect, which is why I have the right to recommend to you, dear program partners of Outreach International, to try this tool, and you will not be disappointed and you will agree with me. Thank you for your attention.
That was very good encouragement to the other program partners, Michelle. Thank you very much for your reflection. All right, and then we have our mentor of Zambia and Malawi and also co-facilitator of the CLD tool pilot, Rose.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Cassidy and Aline, for this opportunity to once again share my reflection on the CLD assessment tool. For 16 years that I have been working as a PhD practitioner, I have already come to a point wherein I am already 100% firm believer that what we are doing is an authentic and 100% community-led development program. My bases were the tangible outputs and testimonies of our partner CBOs. Then, here comes an opportunity to be part in piloting a tool which will help us prove that what we are doing is really community-led. I felt honored because I was given the chance to participate in learning about the CLD assessment tool. As a mentor to Malawi and Zambia teams who agreed to do the training and piloting. As always, I have to be a supportive mentor. As I started learning about the CLD assessment tool, for the first time after many years, I started asking myself, are we really doing authentic and genuine community-led development work? What is our basis? Day by day, as I completed each session, many questions were coming into my mind. Honestly, at some point of the training, I was forgetting that I was one of the facilitators, not a participant. I am glad that as we did the training, its questions that popped out or were raised was never left unanswered. Thanks to our colleagues from OI, Eileen and Cassidy. Generally, due to time constraint, we only did a few questions per dimension. Ratings were based on a hypothetical case study. But this did not prevent me from thinking about our PhD work while we were doing the rating. At the end of the intensive 3-day training, personally, I would like to affirm that our PhD work is really community-led, though there are things needing improvement considering the 9 international standard dimensions or characteristics of a real community-led development program or initiatives. I am confident that this tool can be used across field programs because it is super standard and very user-friendly. Plus, it has French version and Spanish version to come, thanks to Movement for Community-Led Development. In addition, based on what I understand and learned about the CLD assessment tool, I would like to affirm that this is another helpful tool in making our community-led or PhD work become more effective and successful moving forward. Also, using this tool will ensure and confirm that we are really facilitating an authentic and genuine community-led development program based from the perspective of an outsider, like other NGOs, implementing CLD. Above all, this opportunity will open a door for us to be known and recognized as one of the NGOs implementing a genuine community-led development program globally. If this happens, many people will be able to hear and learn about us and possibly will help us and join us in achieving our mission to end massive poverty in the next 25 years. I firmly believe that in order to succeed in changing the world, we need support from other individuals and NGOs. We don't wait for them to come and support us. We need to find smart ways to find them. As Admiral William H. McRaven said, you can't change the world alone. You will need some help. If you want to change the world, find someone to help you paddle the boat. That's all. Thank you.
Wow, Rose, that was a great reflection and I think gives us a lot to think about and consider as we go into the next stages of training of the CLD tool and implementing it in more program partners in more countries around the world. So thank you all so much for your reflections. Those were very insightful, very helpful, very well thought out. I appreciate you participating in the pilot program and getting this experience so that you could share it with our colleagues around the world. So thank you all very, very much.